Hey, what is going on YouTube? White Knight here, and today I'm going to be reviewing for you guys the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time Link figure from World of Nintendo line from Jakks Pacific. And as you can see, the figure looks awesome. I cannot wait to get this guy out of the packaging. So first of all, let's take a look at the packaging. As you can see, it looks really cool. It says Link Mystery Accessory, which obviously is a shield. You can see it says Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D, which just looks like Ocarina of Time Link, so that's nice. Up here we got a nice pose of him shooting the bow. He's got his ear here. Oh, it looks great. On the other side here we have... on the other side here we have a picture of Link, which is a really bad picture of Link, by the way. If I can zoom in and show you guys. That face looks awful. Like, that... oh my gosh, look at that face. Ugh, that is not how the face looks on the actual figure, thank God. But yeah, you can see, I don't know what that is. But yeah, it talks about a mystery accessory included, and then you got the, if I can zoom down here and zoom out, the rest of the wave, which is nice. I did just go to CVS, and they had this entire wave. They even had this little gravity suit Samus. But I think I'm just going to get the metallic Samus that came out, so yeah. But anyways, guys, that is the box. So let's take a look at the actual figure outside of the box. Okay, here he is, opened up and out of his packaging, and I gotta say, he looks awesome. So first of all, let's start out with accessories. Get that out of the way. So I'll move the figure over here to the side so we can take a look at this little box that he comes with. This is just a little mystery box that he comes with that has the shield that he's holding. Just a tiny little shield. It's pretty cool. I do wish that they would have just included the shield as just, here's the figure. I wish they would have just included the shield in an open packaging too, and to bump the mic, and give us something else, but I guess not. So, whatever. But just opens up, box opens like that. You get the shield inside there, so that's cool. It doesn't close too well though, but whatever. Alright, so let's take a look at his shield. We'll do that next. So I did have to modify his shield because he could not hold it. Here, we'll show you the detail on the shield first too. I'll show you the detail on the shield. Focus. There we go. As you can see, here is the shield, and it looks awesome. The detail is pretty good. You got nice little rivets here in the shield, and the nice Triforce emblem there. And it looks like the Hylian shield from the game. But here's the thing I was going to tell you about. There was a little handle here for the figure. And there's this little, clamp as well. But the handle kept blocking the figure from holding it. Like, you're supposed to, in hindsight, and this is from design point, you would clip it on his arm like that. It does look okay. It looks kind of funky, and it does move around. But you're supposed to also... put his hand through the handle like that and then clip it in, and, that would have secured it. That would have been nice if it worked. It did not. Oh, it didn't bump the mic again. I have a problem bumping the mic. I apologize. But, yeah, in hindsight, that did not work. So, he cannot hold his shield with the handle, so I took a razor blade and just cut off the handle. And, basically, the way I have him hold it, and I think everybody else should do this too, is literally just take the clamp, plug it into his hand, and have him hold the clamp. And as you can see, you get a much better look out of that shield than what you would originally have without it. And this is pretty much the pose you're gonna be able to get him with the shield. And yeah, so that looks a lot better, and he holds it real nice and strong. It's not going anywhere. So there's just a little tip for you guys who are having an issue with that shield or are worried about buying the figure because of that issue with that shield. There you go. You can fix it just like that. Now, the other accessory he comes with is the sword and the sheath, the Master Sword and the sheath. So we'll show you that. I'll show you that next. As you can see, here is the Master Sword and sheath. I'll show you the sheath first. So here's the sheath. It looks really nice. Some people call it a scabbard, but I call it a sheath. And yeah, there's not a lot of detail on it. It's kind of plain. It does have a little bandage around it, which wasn't in the game. I am playing Ocarina of Time right now, and that's not in the game, but whatever. As you see, there's a little hole in there too, but I don't know. But it looks nice, and it has this little peg, and on Link's back here, you just kind of plug it in, and it just goes on like that. So pretty easy. It stays on. It's not gonna fall off or anything like that. So it stays on nice and secure. So that's nice. Let's take a look at the Master Sword here. Master Sword, I like the Master Sword a lot. It's got a lot of plain detail. Oh, the white background's kind of making it hard to see here. Maybe if I can kind of show you my hand here. Hang on. There we go, something like that. As you can see, here it is. I mean, it looks nice. You got like the little Triforce emblem in there. Let me see if I can show you that. It's kind of hard to see, but as you can see, you got the little Triforce emblem on both sides of the sword. It's nicely painted for the most part, and it's straight, which is good because there's a lot of people. I mean, it's very, very tinily bent, but not a big deal. Paint on it's decent for the most part. It does kind of bleed, if you can see in the yellow there. If I can show you that, focus that. Yeah, it is kind of bleeding in the yellow there. Not too much on that side, but it's really not that big a deal. I do like the sword, though, because it looks kind of simplistic in design, which is how it kind of looked in the N64 Ocarina of Time. So it looks nice, and you can... Oh, drop link there. And you can take that sword and just put it in the sheath there. So... And it holds it on the sheath pretty well. And it does look pretty good. It doesn't look too out of place. Now, if only you could take the shield and put it on Link's back, that would be awesome. You can kind of do it like that if you really want to, because that clamp is not in the way anymore, so you can just kind of hook it on there. And that does look nice, From the back, it looks good. From the back, it looks good. It doesn't look terrible. So, I mean, if you want to have him displayed like that, you can. So that's really nice. Let's go ahead and take all the accessories off here, and let's just take a look at the figure himself, because there's a lot of nice detail on him. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. Oop, there we go. And pan up. There we go. And so let's take a look first at that face. Like I said, on the packaging, it looked really bad, but as you can see, the face looks pretty nice on here. It is kind of just a plasticky color. It's not matte paint or anything, but, it looks fine for what it is. The hair is really nice, kind of goldish, kind of yellow, blondish color in there. There's some nice sculpting in the hat coming down. That's really nice. The belt looks good, and the green is that nice kind of a brighter kind of green. It's the right green for the game. A red belt. Down here we got his boots. Looks really good. On the back here you see that the sculpt continues on, and you got all the belts and the wrinkles down here and the tunic and everything. It just looks real great. There is some nice detail even right here. Show you. He even got his little earrings there. So that's really, really good attention to detail. Arm gauntlets look nice. Hands are really well sculpted and painted. Not a whole lot to complain about with this guy. He's a pretty solid figure. Now, like I said, so detail's real nice on him. Let's get on with the articulation and see how that is. So articulation in the head is a little limited due to his hat. Like, you can only really move it side to side like that. But that's kind of with every Link figure, except for my Skyward Figma, because he's got that articulated hat piece. But I know this is like a little $8 figure, so I don't think we're gonna get an articulated hat piece. But for the articulation it is pretty decent. We do have a ball hinge shoulder, so it can move up and down and out pretty far for an $8 figure. In here, I don't know if I can show you too well. It does have kind of hard to show you. Ugh, man, the joint is kind of hard to show. Zoom in a little bit. I don't know, it's that white background, but I'm trying to show it here. Come on. Anyway, yeah, there it is. As you can see, it's got like a little hinge and rotation, and that can rotate on this point of the shoulder and this point at the bicep. So you can get a nice articulation in there, and that's good for the shield. It's a bit different in this arm, by the way. It's actually a bit more out, so you can bend it in even further. So you can bend it in even further on this arm than you can on this. So that's real nice, because this is a sword holding hand, this is a shield holding hand. Anybody disagrees with me? Well, you're wrong. So yeah, but Ocarina of Time, Link's left-handed, which is unique to the character, so yeah. But as you can see, his hand rotates swivels, and then there's also a hinge in there, so that's nice. And again, that works really well for the shield, because, you know, if you didn't have that hinge, oh, shield poses would look terrible. He does have a waist swivel, so that's good. Down here, he does have a... They're not ball joined. A lot of people say they are. They're ball hinged. So they can move up and down and out. Not a lot, though, because they're hindered by the tunic, but there is a little split here in the tunic. And actually even more in the tunic, because in the game, his tunic's not split. And I'm glad that they did this. As you can see, there's even a little more sculpt of a tunic in there to kind of not break up the sculpt. So you can only move his right leg out more, but yeah, it's not a big deal. He does have a bend at the knee, and not too far of a bend at the knee. It's kind of disappointing, but whatever. It's not a big deal. Rotation in the boot here. So it just rotates at the boot. And we do have a hinged foot. So a lot of articulation with this guy really allows for some nice posability. And overall, I'm pretty happy with this figure. Like I said, I've kind of been waiting a long time for these, just, I don't know, basic characters off the N64 games that I grew up playing, and I definitely feel like I got that with this this figure here. It's a nice little figure. It's not too expensive, and you can pick him up on eBay for around $17. I think that's what I got him for. You find him in stores, you can get him for cheaper. I have seen him in a lot of CVS pharmacies, so go ahead and check there if you're looking for this guy. But anyways, that wraps up my review for Link here. He looks really good, and I like this figure a lot. Great detail, great posability, definitely just a solid figure. Alright, so anyways, guys, that is my review. Thank you for watching, and peace out.